Hey everyone,
Welcome to
the Hero Couch.
Say cheese. I'm Oz.
I'm Drew. Today we've got a very special episode and we're just going to kind of kick back and talk about
The sidekicks.
of a specific hero though, one of our favorites, Batman.
Yeah, the one with the wings and the head.
And dark and brooding. Particularly though, the Robins.
Yes.
Batman's original sidekick.
Yeah, I mean, what is Bruce Wayne without a Robin?
Yeah, if not, it's the original sidekick. Robin made such an impact that other companies started following suit. Like, we got Bucky for Captain America,
Right.
like a year later after Robin came, because they needed their own Robin to keep selling these Captain America comics to kids.
Right.
I mean, because that was the...
Teaching them the lessons.
Yeah, and that kids were like their prime demographic, and so having these sidekicks, just sales went up the roof because everyone wanted to be these sidekicks.
Right.
And that all started with the Robins.
Right. And it even became so popular, it got turned into a character archetype in all forms of media.
Exactly.
See it everywhere. It's insane. I love it.
Yep, and it all originated with one man, Dick Grayson. Well, at the time, I guess a boy. Just a tiny little kid running around in neon tights.
Yeah, really good at flipping and grabbing.
Yeah, crazy acrobatic skills. Able to do tricks that only he can do. Like, no one else in the world is able to do some of these amazing feats.
Yeah, you'll never forget the name.
It-
The
Flying Graysons. Sadly, of course, as you know, his parents died in a tragic accident due to some trouble with a mob boss not paying their protection money. The circus, that is.
Yeah.
Didn't pay the protection money to It was the...
I do not remember.
Oh my god. Was it Tony Zuko?
I have no idea.
Why? My brain's completely
I haven't
blanking.
read
Whatever.
those comics in so long, dude. We have a lot more recent history that's just kick-ass.
Yes. But specifically, Dick is he's a very lighthearted character. He's an absolute, like, lovable, like, he's got that lovable, like, boyish charm.
Right, absolutely.
Even when he's not in Robin, just in general, he's just a very likable character, and he's very skilled and talented.
He's the good
physically.
noodle.
Yeah, he's the he's
got
the
gold
star's
boy star.
pupil. He's
Yeah.
the star pupil, the golden standard.
Agreed. And yeah, even everyone in the Bat family recognizes it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they make fun of it.
And I think that's what led him to be such a great leader later down the line.
Yeah.
Which he led the Titans, he led the Teen Titans before that, and he's even been Batman helping lead the Justice
Right.
League.
From his origin to his most recent work, he's been he's had the strongest resolve ever of most comic book characters. It's impressive, and he's really earned his stripes.
He's really gone down in history as the golden standard,
Right.
not for just a sidekick, but also for a superhero.
Agreed. And that is what a sidekick is, a legacy hero in the making.
Yeah.
They start out as a wee tot and they grow into the hero eventually, and if they don't, they get their own name.
Yeah, and getting their own name is no less than growing into the hero's boots.
Right.
The original hero's boots.
They
'Cause,
usually
sure.
carry on their morals.
In this case, yes, he did become Batman for a brief period of time when Bruce was considered dead.
Right.
But
He
let's
resounded
face
that
it,
name and picked his own up.
he chose his own in the end,
Agreed.
and that is, I think, more important than picking up a mantle where it was left off. Is finding your own mantle.
Good old Dick Grayson. He's an inspiration to us all.
Absolutely.
Gotham's ass.
Yeah, and then Bloodhaven.
Yeah, Bloodhaven's ass.
He's just always out there.
Right, and then we can go into my favorite Robin.
Yep.
Yeah, my pride, my joy, my baby boy, Jason Todd.
That rhymed.
Yeah.
That was good.
He wears his little red mask and his big red mask, and he wears them both together.
Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of double protection though. That always seems a little risky.
It's so funny. He's so extra. He from his first steps as Robin, taking the fucking wheels off the Batmobile.
Oh my god, yes.
And getting caught. Bruce gives him a chance after a while, some influencing and some hard negotiations, and then let him in.
Yeah.
He took off as Robin. He was aggressive.
Not a lot of people liked him at first,
Right.
and
He
to
kind of
this
did
day
his
a
own
lot
thing.
still don't.
Right. He doesn't listen to anyone. He
No.
doesn't take shit.
He's a lone wolf.
Right.
Always has been, even by Batman's side.
But he's a good one.
Right,
He's
he-
a really good, sharpshooter. He's a really good.
He's a great brawler.
Right.
The dude is
Good thief.
strong and he knows how to fight.
Yeah. I mean, that shows his combat boots.
He kicks
So,
some
yeah.
serious butt.
He can probably take off your hat. That's my safe for work way of saying that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. And when he died due to fan voting, just like Ben Reilly.
Yeah, that was really sad. I mean, I wasn't around for it, but
Right. It's just
have you
sad
ever
to look
seen the so they had to write both versions of the print because it was like down to the last minute. So there is a version, those pages, those first early pages where he's
Right.
alive.
That's nuts.
And it is such a stark difference.
I haven't seen that.
It's-
I definitely need to see that.
I'm surprised. I will have to show you that.
Yeah,
It's
I
really
love
cool.
Jason Todd. I've been reading him since I was 13. I mean, I started off,
damn.
with him and the Outlaws, with Speedy, Starfire. It was a great team.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
just broke out of prison. It was extravagant, and then they were just kind of like a love triangle, and they all just fucked each other, and it was great. Well, they beat up bad guys and went on
Holy
extravagant,
shit.
like Bond-esque adventures.
See, I haven't read this. I've only read the Rebirth stuff.
Yeah, and Rebirth is great too. Honestly, I like that character more, but it was just so fun what they
I'll
did.
need to check that out. That
the
sounds
New
so
52.
funny and weird.
It's wild. It's really fun though. I mean, the dynamic of Coriander and Jason.
Yeah, because
being
we
together
always
is
see
wild.
Corey and Dick together.
And they address it many times. It's nuts. And yeah, it shows. Jason always is a little uncomfortable with it. It's wild. And then Rebirth he kind of takes into his actual character a bit more. It's less action movie.
Also, anything with Bizarro, I love. I fucking love Bizarro.
Amen and hallelujah.
Like, it's just, it adds such a great level of comedy, but also, like, there's so much sincerity in the character that you really feel for him.
Yeah, he's the underdog story. He showed that not every bad guy is just bad. They have a good side.
Yeah.
And Bizarro is that golden little nugget.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But back to Jason.
Yes.
So, as we know, Jason voted off by the fans, killed by the Joker with a crowbar and a bomb. Pretty brutal way to go.
Yep.
Revived by a Lazarus pit.
Yeah, threw him in a dirty creek that was magic, and Ra's al Ghul was like, there you go. I'm a good guy.
You're welcome, Bruce. Here's your son, except now he's a fucking psychopath. So, have fun. You're in charge now. It's your problem.
Yeah.
And just thrown in his lap.
It's amazing. And Jason is so eager to leap at the chance. He's like, you fucking abandoned me. And then after some aggressive negotiations, they kind of talked it out they're like, "Don't fuck with me," and then they both parted ways for a bit, and Bruce was like, "I'm sorry, Jason." Jason's like, "Fuck you," and then
Yeah.
they eventually got over it when some family peril came up, and then
Yep.
the universe was wiped for like the third time and
Oh
reset.
my god, that's right. I swear, they keep. I'm so tired of it.
It's painful.
They just need to like stop rebooting for just a little bit,
But
a little bit.
Now we have the best fucking. I don't know. I think the most recent runs of the DC character comics.
They've been really amazing.
They've been phenomenal.
Oh my god, they just need to keep doing what they're doing, and I'll be happy.
And now we have Jason finally starting to develop some new characters.
Yes. With recent issues kind of going into how he's no longer using guns and going non-lethal.
And he has a super cool like Red Hood version of like Nightwing's costume with like a light gray and
the new
red.
suit looks amazing.
Phenomenal.
But even when he was like donning the bat suit, one of the spare bat suits for a little while with the Red Hood helmet, oh my god, it looked incredible.
Yeah.
And I would have been just fine with that, but this new suit that they've been showing lately,
it's really good.
Oh,
it's phenomenal. Yeah, he's been rocking it lately. Someone else who's always rocked it, who introduced himself by single-handedly foiling the entire Bat family's identities.
Tim Drake, probably my favorite Robin, being the greatest detective ever, topping out Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it's incredible. He earned his way into the family.
He really did. At a time when Bruce didn't want another Robin at all, he thought it was too risky.
He was cursed.
He didn't want to put another person in harm's way.
Right. Yeah, he felt that fault for what happened to Jason. So.
Yeah, but Tim proved himself.
He was like, "Hey, by the way, what's up, Bruce Wayne, Batman? Sorry, did I say that?
Nice to meet you.
By the way, you got a spare Robin suit."
Yeah, I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna help you out. I mean, like, he really became the light. Yeah, he really became the light in Bruce's life for a while, just because he was in such a depressive state. He didn't have anyone to confide in. Tim comes along and answered all of his problems. Yeah. And Bruce became lighthearted again.
The fans became less bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
My boy Jason.
Especially, oh my god. Well, not just for Jason, but like when we had Azrael as Batman.
Oh.
Absolutely brutal to Tim. I mean, okay. This is something I've been wanting to...
And that's why at the end of that arc, Batman comes back and he's like, "Yo, bitch, take that shit off.
Yeah.
You disrespected my name and my family, and I'm gonna beat the crap out of you."
This is something I wanted to talk about because of that. Is Robin 2 Joker's Wild. It's a little 4-part series. There's so many variants of each cover with these foil cards on them. They're absolutely beautiful.
They are.
This story is so cool because it's a transitional period between Tim taking up the mantle and Jason passing away. The Joker doesn't really know about Tim and doesn't realize that this is a new Robin at first. Yeah. And I don't want to say what happens, but it is chilling to the fucking bone.
It's great.
I have goosebumps every time I read it. It's so intense, but it's so great. But I believe
it's a good Halloween run.
Yeah, this actually would be a pretty good story to read for Halloween. It's kind of it does feel very spooky, it being a Joker story, and having the Joker be such a brutal character in these 4 issues. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, but Robin going out on his own, Azrael being a total prick, strangling. It starts with him strangling Robin. And Robin having to get away.
Superhero skills.
Yeah, he didn't really have that down yet.
No. He was kind of a psychopath, but
absolutely. But genuinely, I think this is one of the best little miniseries, like Tim Drake related. If you want to go out and read something about him right now, any of his original 6-part miniseries, this one being the second one, and then there was the third one, Cry of the Huntress.
Oh, I don't remember the title.
I still need to read over that one, but I've heard it's also pretty good. They're all great places to start with Tim. And I just really wanted to talk about this a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a great comic, and I'm so glad you introduced me to it. And then we went to the con, and I found the
the pack
The
of all the
collector's
issue
pack
ones.
unopened. Oh,
That was
awesome.
amazing to peer into like every single variant for that run.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
Yeah, they're not hard comics to
We'll have
find
to put
at
them up
all.
someday.
Yeah, maybe
I
so.
think so. Anyways, yeah, my introduction to him was really through Red Robin.
Yes.
That series was amazing, and I had no clue who it was for a while.
Yeah, and out of all the Bat family costumes, that is my favorite one. More than any Bat suit, more than any of Nightwing suits or Red Hood's, the Red Robin costume
Right.
is my favorite.
Yeah, that's why.
This one's fine, but I'm talking like the
the
classic,
cowl.
like 2008
Right.
with the cowl. Yeah.
That was my favorite too. But they didn't have an action figure of that, so my friend Ivy got me that one as a birthday gift.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
such a
it's
cool
awesome.
figure.
It is. I love them. I love the Bat Family costumes. My favorite is definitely Red Hood. I'm a sucker
For sure.
for a leather bomber jacket and some straps and harnesses
I-
and a helmet.
I like it, but it's so motorcycle fetish, you know?
That. I wonder why. I have only been a diehard Kamen Rider fan for 6 years.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes especially with the metal.
Although,
Don't even get
that's
me started.
yeah.
I will go off.
He's got a car, not a motorcycle, but
Still, his helmet.
he's
is
so
cool.
cool.
Helmet.
Anyways, Robins.
Yes, Red
Papa.
Robin was awesome. And now he's taken off on Drake. I haven't read much up on. Do you know much about his identity as Drake? Where he has like the brown costume.
I haven't recently. I haven't been able to keep up too much
No.
with him as of lately. Although I did get Batman Urban Legends issue 6,
Yeah.
where recently he came out and asked this dude, oh my god, why is my brain blanking?
Are you thinking of the kid's name?
The kid's name, yeah, why can't Brett?
Is it like I have no idea. Robbie, Brad, Brett.
You know what?
Right.
This is gonna be a new one. I'm gonna actually search this up right now because my brain's totally blanking on it.
I was more picturing things I can't mention. That was wholesome, I promise.
Bernard.
Bernard.
That's what it was. It was
There's a
skipping my
feeling
mind.
I
He
know.
asks out
Yeah.
Bernard on a date, and I'm very happy because I mean it's kind of obvious knowing Tim.
Yeah.
Just
it's-
looking at him
It's great.
and reading about him, you kind of already could guess so.
Yeah, he's
But
a
I'm
smart
glad
boy.
he's actually like come out in the comics because it creates someone for people who are gay or bi to kind of or pan to just look
Yeah.
up to, people in the LGBTQ
Show 'em that
community.
they're in one of the strongest families there is.
And that they're one of the smartest people on earth, being the
Right.
greatest fucking detective ever.
Yeah, it's great. I really like it. And yeah, I mean, I do agree with the whole like make new gay characters rather than forcing, but I don't think this one was really forced.
No, it wasn't forced.
Tim was a pretty underdeveloped character for a while. I mean, he was really just the best detective and a great Robin, but
Okay, I do get what you mean, but I don't fully agree. I feel like he had a lot of development. It's just that no one took the time.
Spotlight.
No one, well, because he had the whole huge Robin run that went on for so many
Right.
issues. I don't want to say that he's underdeveloped because he did really grow as a character, especially as time went
Right.
on, and especially once Damien was introduced.
That's
Um,
very true.
I feel like he had a lot of development. It
Right.
just was very stretched out.
Right, and it was not just in a Red Robin series. Like it was across.
It was
decades.
across all of all
Right.
of his stuff,
Right.
all the way from the first few issues of Robin, all the way to his Red Robin stuff, and even now
Yeah, it's crazy.
he's still growing.
And then we have Damien.
Yes, the prodigal son.
Yeah, the future Batman for sure.
Yeah,
He's proved that for sure. He's
he's
gunning for the throne.
Yeah,
He just needs a nap
He-
and a juice box.
absolutely. He really does need some sleep.
He does.
So he's absolutely brutal, being trained by Ra's al Ghul,
Yeah.
part of like the League of Shadows.
Yeah.
Like
An assassin.
he's an
baby.
assassin who's also being trained to
Trained
become Batman
from birth.
from birth and being just the genetically perfect clone, essentially.
And he has such a god complex.
I feel like over time though he's kind of lessened on that a little bit
Oh
more.
yeah, he's gonna be the perfect Batman for sure.
Yeah, like, yes, he's still a total pain in the ass.
Oh yeah,
And he's still a total prick.
absolutely.
But he's becoming less and less so as time goes on, and he's becoming really lovable.
Yeah,
I really enjoy any comic he's in.
agreed.
His solo series that's been going on for a while, I think it's wrapping up pretty soon here, and we're going to be getting a new series called Robins, which is going to have all of the Robins,
boys.
all the boys together. But his solo series, so far what I've read of it, I've absolutely loved.
Yeah, no, I adore him, and
that new costume.
It's like we talked about earlier, the legacy heroes in the making.
Yeah,
I think he'll be the Robin that takes the slot.
He really will be, and I think he's just my favorite by far.
Fair.
Well, okay, he's my favorite choice for Batman by far. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, for sure. He's gonna be the Batman.
If you had asked me like a decade ago, I probably would have said Nightwing. I would have liked Dick.
There's one more that I don't know about in the comics yet, and I have all of the issues. I just haven't read them.
Which one?
The one that was in Teen Titans, the Bird Boy, Red X.
Red X. Oh yes.
The Robin, who was mercenary type Robin, because he was
he really even Robin?
Double crossing Slade.
Wait, are we talking about Dick being Red X?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure
From
you weren't
Teen
talking about like
Titans.
Red X, where we don't know who he is. Red X.
we don't know him in the comics yet.
Okay.
I haven't read.
You're talking about when Dick was originally Red X.
Right.
Okay.
In Teen Titans.
I was very confused. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even before like the cartoon, he was also
Right.
Red X.
Right.
But
that, as the universe gets wiped for the third time,
it changes and changes. But yeah, Red X is such an intense persona.
Robin. Yeah. It's
There's no oath, no rules. It's very brutal.
It's the Batman training with limits off.
Yeah.
Which is really fun to see in such a cool costume.
And with Dick portraying that, it doesn't feel like Dick Grayson at sometimes.
Shady.
Yeah.
Some shady shit.
It's brutal, and it kind of hurts to watch, and you can tell he doesn't really enjoy it, and he's lost that like spark.
Why he's a hero.
He's no longer that bright, peppy,
he's not
optimistic guy.
Boy. It's really fun to see, and especially, I mean, it's just an edgy story. It's fun.
Now,
I definitely am glad they're bringing him back as a main character with Titans Academy.
Yes,
and I
absolutely.
Really, really, really need to catch up.
Now, having him in Titans Academy, I think is Red X and Titans Academy is really cool because it creates this very cool dynamic between what we see of Red X,
right,
and Dick Grayson running Titans Academy,
right.
Yeah, and it creates this very traumatic almost experience that you can just feel a lot of tension from in the comic for Grayson. Granted, I haven't had the chance to read that much so far. I'm only a handful of issues in.
Damn.
But, it's so much fun.
It'd be really cool if it was just Dick on the ground pretending to be Red X just to see how his students do. And he runs the school from a monitor.
Oh. I don't think that's the case, but that would hurt my head a lot if that was the case. But I kind of want to go back to a strange dynamic. So the Batman and Robin dynamic is always Batman being very dark and brooding, and Robin being a little more lighthearted and peppy and energetic.
Right.
But while Grayson is Batman and Damian is Robin, the roles feel very reversed.
It's true.
And it's so much fun seeing a very dark, gritty Robin and a lighthearted, optimistic Batman.
Right. It feels like if Daredevil had a sidekick.
Yes.
As a comic. It's really fun. That's why, I mean, I feel like in many ways Daredevil and Nightwing are very similar.
Absolutely.
Characters. I mean,
in personality and kind of in their fighting style too.
Right. But their whole reason for everything else is different.
Absolutely.
Being blind.
Right. That's a very
acrobat,
an
ability
the radar sense.
Right. being trained by Bruce Wayne.
Or Stick.
Or Stick. That's true.
Absolutely.
Hey there, Maddie.
What was Jesus?
Stick from Netflix. Hey there, Maddie.
Oh my god.
Other Bat family members to talk about. Barbara.
Yes, Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. Which, okay, here's what I love about Batgirl. She was never a sidekick.
Nope.
She just started doing it on her own, training herself out the gate, created her own gadgets and suit.
Full vigilante mode because she could.
And she proved herself to Batman and became part of that family. And yes, Bruce definitely treated her as a lesser, and it felt very sidekickish at times. She could handle herself, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Although Bruce
she
didn't
kicked
recognize
ass.
her individual strength and how individual she was.
Yes.
Anyone who read her comics knew that she kicked ass.
Absolutely. And even when she was Oracle, she was like on top of everything.
Right.
She absolutely like she can do anything. She's one of the most intelligent members of the Bat family. That voice of logic and reason that always kind of helps even everything out.
No, agreed. She was the glue for the family at a point, and then when she went through her trauma with the Joker, and that really tore apart the family for a while.
Yeah.
And I feel like Titans is doing a really good job of portraying that.
It really is. And speaking of Titans, I'm so excited what they're setting up right now with Tim Drake.
It's incredible. They have really tied together with their universe that they've established so far with their own characters and their own stories. They've really tied it together in such a perfect way. It's almost exactly what I'd want to see, but it's entirely unexpected.
It keeps you guessing at every single turn, around every single corner, and yet it tickles every little bone of that comic book nerd inside of me, and it's just perfect. It keeps everything super fresh, super new, and super fun, while still like staying true to the comics.
It's insane how much fun they're having with the role of Red Hood.
Yes,
and I adore it.
Oh my god, they took this character that the average DC fan wouldn't know unless they were super into the comics or they really like the animated shows and movies.
Right.
But not everyone's into those. A lot just like the live action stuff, so they don't really know Jason.
Yeah, and I feel like this is a pretty good crash course to just put him on track for where he is now in the comics.
Yeah, it really brought within the matter of just a few episodes Robin to Red Hood in such a short amount of time, but in a really, really tasteful way that stays true to his origins.
And we've known him as Robin for quite some time.
Exactly.
It was pretty early on in season 1.
Right.
We've gotten to grow with him and then see his downfall play out, and yeah, it was insane. It's so cool. They're doing a crash course, and I'm excited to see where they lead his character into
Absolutely. Next. Now, a little Easter egg in Titans. Carrie Kelly appearing on one of the monitors in the Batcave as potential recruits.
More than her, I think we had Duke Thomas.
Duke Thomas was there too, I'm pretty sure.
There were a lot of names. Who were the other ones?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a great little Easter egg that made me very happy when I saw that, because she was such a fun Robin.
Right. It was one of the Lucius Fox's sons on there.
I can't remember. Not off the top of my head, but possibly. Yeah, I'd have to take another look as well.
That was a really cool scene. Titans is such a good show.
Yeah, they're nailing it so far. The first season can be a little bit of a grind for some people. I really liked it. I know you kind of had to push through it.
Oh, yeah, no, I just dropped it at a bad time. Not because I was really bored of it, but I just didn't, I don't know. I was watching other stuff.
Yeah.
I was watching that one. I forgot about it, and then I went back, and I was like, holy shit, this is actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And then by the end of season 1, I was absolutely locked in. Season 2 was incredible.
When I got to it, season 2 was already out, so I didn't have to wait at all for that, which was really nice.
Season 3, though, Barbara, They're really
Oh my god,
no
yeah.
spoilers, but they are really nailing it in that series. It's so fun.
I absolutely love her character and just how she will like the risks she's taken so
Right.
far on the show.
And just like everyone else, we have no idea what's about to happen to him. It's insane.
Yeah.
And it's so fun and so thrilling and so creatively written, and all of the costumes are magnificent.
Oh my god, yes. The costumes for the show are like spot on what I'd want from a live action adaptation for all of these characters.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of the characters that have had transitions, like from Robin to Nightwing,
Mm-hmm.
Robin to Red Hood, you know, Raven to now, holy shit,
I
she's
know.
actually Raven. It's insane.
Oh my god, it's so cool to see. Like, it feels like it's pulled straight from the comics now.
Yeah, and they wrote them in the most appealing way of all time, I think. They really made it so fun.
Absolutely.
Wish I had more words.
Me too.
I
dude.
thoroughly recommend it.
I don't want to talk about too much because I don't
Right.
want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet because it's a great show. It's so much fun, and
Yeah.
what they're leading to is going to be really exciting. And
Get
even
some
though
popcorn.
we've still got a few more episodes left of this season, I can't wait for the next season already.
Oh, me too. Me too. Oh, wow. That's all I can say. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. To avoid any spoilers. It's been a pretty plot heavy season, but not in a bad way in any way. Outside of that, we're getting the new Bat Family game. That's
The Gotham Knights,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. That game I am so excited for. As soon as it's launched or there's pre-orders up for it, you know I'm getting a copy.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, we get to play as Dick, Jason, Barbara,
And Tim.
yeah, and Tim.
I believe that's Tim.
Yeah.
I don't
Like-
think it's Damien.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Because it's Tim's logo.
you're right.
It's
But
just the
doesn't he
hood
have a
throws
sword?
me off, because he's got a hood.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure that's Tim.
It was a ruse.
But I'm really excited for it. I was never a huge fan of the Red Hood costume in that game. The brown leather looks a little bit weird.
His proportions are just really weird. He's
Yeah.
got like, I don't know. His body is just like super long. Like his torso's down to like the middle of his
Yeah.
thighs. He looks like a chicken leg.
It looks really fun though. The game itself looks like it's
Agreed.
going to be a total blast to play. They had some gameplay demo a while back of a Mr. Freeze level. I haven't seen a whole lot of it recently. I don't want to be spoiled on too much of the game.
I've been keeping myself pretty in the dark on purpose.
But I did check out the Mr. Freeze level that they had kind of demoed a while back. It was like a 7-minute clip of the gameplay.
And it's probably early
It
development.
looks so great though.
Yeah.
Oh my god, for early development it looks incredible.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. They had me with the light effects when they did the logos behind the characters.
Yeah.
And they showed some of what the game is going to hold.
Now speaking of Bat Family, the Bat Family webtoon
Yeah.
is now getting, I don't want to call it an adaptation, but it's getting kind of a live action treatment with a bunch of cosplayers and actors kind of taking these leads.
The Sudurso brothers, Peter and Yoshi, who
Yep.
I've been a fan with. I've actually met both of them
Really?
in Los Angeles, at Power Morphicon. It was so fun. They're really nice guys, and they were, if you don't know, Dino Charge Blue, Coda, and I can't remember what his name was in the show, but he was Ninja Steel Blue, Peter was.
Yeah.
And they are incredible. Yoshi was a stunt actor on the show for a while. I think it was since like 2000. Oh geez, like 15.
Yeah.
Something like that. It was a while back, but yeah, they're great guys. They've been stunt actors. What was it? Power on Netflix with the guy who played Electro.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan?
No, that's Killmonger.
But I thought he played No, he
In
played
Taz
Johnny
and Q.
Storm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because I could have sworn
Don't you know?
I could have
I'm
sworn
Electro.
he played
I keep
another
thinking
Marvel
Jamie
character.
Lee Curtis. Jamie Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie
Foxx. That took us too long. God, we need sleep. It's like
Dude.
what, 11
I don't want to
at
think about
night.
it. I have to work in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah. So he is in a movie. He's the lead character in this movie on Netflix. That's about superpowers, and Yoshi was also in that as a background stunt guy, and he had Stegosaurus elbows, just like his dinosaur in Dino Charge, and it was great. It made me so happy. I cheered. One of my friends, Isaac, cosplayed a character he portrayed too, and
That's super
they
cool.
had a geek out moment. I got to be the photographer.
I'm just super happy that they're using actors that not a lot of people know that well. They're not super mainstream,
But they're great.
but they're great actors who
And they
have so
love the
much
character.
potential. And then the costumes being made by actual cosplayers.
Yes.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
And I think even a few cosplayers are going to be acting in the show itself, this little
Yeah.
mini series.
Absolutely. I wouldn't doubt it. And that's why these are such great picks. I mean, they're perfect. They're exactly who you'd want to play these characters if you want the characters to be done right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Beyond that, what else do we want to cover on the Bat Family?
I feel like there's something more. We mentioned earlier the new title, the new comic book line, Robins, is coming out, a continuation of the Robin solo series with Damian, but this time focusing on all the previous Robins as well, from Nightwing all the way to Damian.
Right. Yeah. I've been loving the recent series that we talked about, Urban Legends.
Yes.
It's been pretty damn fun so far. I mean, you're getting a pretty jam-packed biopic on the character.
Absolutely.
In a really gripping story for each character. It's really cool. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that's happened recently with them.
Yeah.
Titans has been great, but we had a full tangent on that.
I guess we do have Young Justice Season 4 coming out.
Yeah.
We had the poster shown just recently. I know that they're wrapping up production as of right now, and it shouldn't be that much longer till all the episodes are completed, and then hopefully soon release date gets announced.
Hopefully.
And I'm really excited. I got caught up on the show a while ago just because I really wanted to watch Season 3.
Yeah. That's the end game for the show. You get into the show knowing how the first season is, and then you're like, I want to see these characters progress so bad.
It's such a great show, and you see so much character growth throughout it because you really see them all grow up. Like, you see Robin become Nightwing, and you'll see Connor kind of grow into his own hero as his own adult, and like
some other characters that you
McGann
don't expect. Yeah.
McGann.
I love it. It's a creative show that takes characters that you don't
yeah
necessarily think to be a main cast.
Yeah.
And it shows you their full story.
And like we get some characters that not many people know, like Blue Beetle and Bug.
Yes, absolutely. And hell, they make you really damn attached to them.
Absolutely.
And you are on the edge of your seat the entire show because you're really never sure, especially if you're an Aqualad fan.
Oh my god, absolutely.
The future is uncertain for you at all times.
Yeah, and they just do such a great job portraying all the sidekicks and then showing them forming their own teams and then having all those relationships build up over time, and then other teams start, like the Outsiders.
Yeah.
And like, oh my god, they just nailed the show so well.
It's true. And it really feels like watching a comic book.
Yeah, and they get the best voice acting talents they can.
They really do.
Oh.
And yeah, I don't even know. I love the show. That's about all I can say. The animation is phenomenal. They put so much care into it.
They really do.
Like a fan project with the funding of an official project.
Yeah. It feels like they just ripped the comics straight off the page, and we now have them. We now can watch it.
Right.
But it's still like a unique story, like it always is, inspired by other stories from the comics, but it's all new and fresh.
Right. And yeah, they take their own take on the characters, so you don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm very happy HBO decided to revive the series a few years back.
Amen. I don't think I'm caught up yet.
It's absolutely incredible. It's worth a watch if you haven't yet, and season 1 is great. I know some people again a lot of people seem to struggle with season 1s for a show. But this show actually starts off hitting really hard and really strong.
Yeah.
Little edgy.
For sure, but DC content isn't at first?
Yeah.
That's why they get joked about.
Absolutely.
So dark and gritty. Are you sure you're not from the DC universe?
Exactly.
Dubstep will never die.
I feel like we've been talking a lot about DC. We might want to go into some news now.
I think so.
Yeah.
We have a lot to cover.
It is spooky season.
I'm going to take it off with spooky news.
Go for it.
What's my lady's name here?
Jamie Clayton.
Yep. So we got announced. I'm a very huge Hellraiser fan, as I mentioned in our introduction video.
Yep.
We just got announced a reboot of Hellraiser, and for some of you who've read the canonized novels about Hellraiser, Pinhead was not really. Pinhead didn't have really a gender. It was just a demon, a tortured demon, and it was mainly described female in figure and voice until it possessed that adventure that is in the movies that we see. But yeah, we got Jamie Clayton, a first trans woman playing Pinhead, which I am so incredibly excited for.
It's such a cool casting choice.
Yeah, and I feel like it's something the franchise needed to be true to itself. Honestly, I am very excited to see.
Absolutely.
Female Pinhead has been in my mind since I read the books. It's long overdue, and I'm so excited to see a reboot of Hellraiser. The first and second movies were incredible. I can't wait to see what they do with today's levels of like CGI.
I still have to watch the movies.
Yes, we'll watch 1 and 2 and stop there.
I'm guessing the third one wasn't great.
Third one is where it starts declining.
I didn't realize there was
watchable.
more. Is there a fourth one?
There's like 8, bro.
Jesus, I didn't realize there was more than 3.
They were throwing out cash just to keep the rights. Like some of them were like 45 minutes long. Yeah.
Are you kidding? That's almost as long as like a TV
they'd have
episode.
Like 3 of them on one DVD, and they'd still call them each their own installment. It was insane. 1 and 2 are the good ones.
It's something doesn't smell right there.
Anyways, we have some other horror news for spooky season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take this one off?
Yeah, go for it.
We're getting a new Scream movie.
Yeah.
I have never seen a Scream movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
basically,
I don't know.
It's a sequel to the 4th one.
But it's just called Scream, isn't it?
Yep. But it has a lot of the cast.
Right.
Like Courtney Cox, who was also in Friends as Monica.
But I've actually only seen like 3 episodes of Friends.
You'll still know the names to the characters, I'm sure.
Not really.
Really? I feel like it's so talked about. Like even if you don't watch it, it's like hard to avoid.
No, there's literally like a moment like a week ago, my dumbass got a character from Seinfeld confused with a character from Friends. It took me like a day for it to click in my head.
Kudos.
Like, I felt so stupid afterwards because I've actually watched a lot of Seinfeld, but
we all have those moments.
Anyways, that's on a different topic.
Yes,
there's a new Scream movie coming out. Technically the 5th installment.
Yeah, and it looks, I'm excited. It looks like it's going to be a good place to jump back in.
Yeah.
Most horror franchises had a pretty rough patch during the early 2000s and the 90s. But we also have another franchise that just got a little bit of news with a new movie coming out soon.
Which one would that be?
That would be Halloween. Our boy Michael
yeah.
Myers. They just confirmed that this one that's coming out is the semi-finale to the franchise.
Yeah.
And then they're doing one more after it. That's the end.
It feels like it's been around forever, though.
It
Like, Michael
has.
Myers is just one of those quintessential horror movie villains.
Yeah, I mean, it had a reboot, and then it came back to the original. Like,
yeah, that's right. Oh my god, I
It
forgot
doesn't
about
end.
that.
I feel like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street really ended with Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah,
And then they
They didn't
both
need
had
to-
a reboot and
they
stopped
didn't need
there.
to reboot.
Yeah,
they didn't-
they've been dead for a while.
Yeah. Which is a little sad. I really do. Okay. I'm not a fan of Freddy Krueger at all. He
Really?
scares the shit out of me. But Jason is one of my favorite, like, horror characters ever.
Really?
Oh my god, yes. The original Friday the 13th movie is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Only second to the original It movies.
So you like Jason's mom as the killer? Because Jason doesn't kill anyone in the first one.
I mean,
It's all...
it's just such a cool
Jason.
movie.
Oh, no, I totally agree. It was... it didn't need to be Jason. It was still the origin of Jason, and it really laid the foundation for the entire franchise. It was the prophesized
Yeah.
tale, you
It
know?
also had just one of the funkiest NES games. Have you ever played that?
Yeah, I am really sad I missed that on the NECA figure where they had him painted like it was in the game.
That's right.
The purples and the blue.
Oh my god, the design is so funky. I love it though.
Didn't they have a skin in the game? The game is really fun.
My cousin introduced me to the game. Total blast. I need to get my own copy of it. Just I don't know if it's still even active, but
It was free on Plus for a while. So,
oh,
1 month.
I have Dead by Daylight though, so if I want to play a game in that kind of style, I've got that.
Yeah, they have the Stranger Things add-on, but we need
Yeah, the Demogorgon.
need to get you to watch that too.
Yeah, I gotta finish season 3 still.
We'll do it. We'll get
I'm
there.
only a few episodes away, but I might want to restart from the beginning of the season. It's been so long.
I'd be cool with that. I love season 3 so much. Anything to watch that again.
I realized recently the actor for Hopper is actually in Quantum of Solace.
I thought you were about to say the MCU, and I was like, no shit, Drew. That was like the
No,
most recent.
No, the
movie
Daniel
before
Craig movie,
Shang-Chi.
the James Bond Daniel Craig movie, Quantum of
Oh.
Solace. He's one of the CIA agents
That's
in the
cool.
movie, and I
That's
didn't
really
realize this before until I was rewatching it recently.
Damn.
Because I'm getting ready. I still need to see No Time to Die.
Right.
I love the Bond movies, and
No,
from what I've heard, the
agreed.
reviews on No Time to Die are incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's Craig's farewell to the franchise.
He's the only Bond to have a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
No other Bond has had a movie that introduces Bond and a
Hmm.
movie that ends his that
They
finishes
didn't know
his
what
story.
the fuck they were doing with the first one.
Some
They're just
had-
like new one.
Yeah, some Bonds finished their story, some Bonds started their story, but none ever did both.
Right.
This is the first completely complete story for Bond.
Yeah, which is incredible. And
Completely
Daniel
complete.
Craig.
That's a mouthful.
Need to get a PNG for that. Completely
complete.
Wow. Pro
Yep.
moves. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's about it for spooky news.
I guess Bond isn't that spooky though. That's just
Yeah,
fun.
it was a weird outro there.
Yeah, a little bit. Let's go back to comics a little bit, but let's talk about Marvel for a second. The MCU is getting a really nice big book, and big books make me happy because they usually have a lot of pictures in them.
Yes.
And this book seems to be about the creation, the making,
Yeah.
every little bit of knowledge you could ever want on
The-
the MCU.
Right, the passion behind the scenes of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I mean, who doesn't want to see all
It's-
of the love that went into that?
It's going to be a holy
Maybe.
grail of stuff that we just haven't seen yet behind the scenes, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too. I love a book with pictures.
Oh, me too. I always love it's in a 2-part set too.
Right.
You have the beginning. Oh, excuse me. You have the beginning and you have the later part. I was holding in a burp there. Or the middle part, the beginning and the end.
It doesn't end because I don't.
It will
want
never
it
end.
to.
I guess this is the middle part. I mean, we're with
It is always in progress. Yeah.
phase 4 coming out. It's now the middle part.
It's the very early middle part.
Yes.
Probably.
But it just looks like it's going to be a great read, as well as we're getting the Book of Ashanti.
Yeah. Which
coming
is
out.
Mysterious.
We can't find too much on what's actually going to be in the book.
Yeah, it looks like a roadmap, ultimate guide to all things Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
is what I was gathering.
We're already having a roadmap of the Marvel Universe, but having something the same size specifically for the
Right.
mystic arts
It's
and
gonna be
Doctor
cool.
Strange is going to be a total blast to read.
If it teaches me, I will fully. Yeah.
If it can explain Doctor Strange's mask, that would make me really happy, because I still don't fully understand what they were thinking. I love it, don't get me wrong, but why?
Was it made in the 90s?
I think it was 70s.
That's dope. Good on him.
I love the blue mask with the
Yeah.
white eyes. It's super cool. I don't get why he was quite hiding his identity. It never made a whole lot of sense to me. Granted, it's been a while since I've read those comics. But
Yeah.
please explain, Marvel.
I got nothing.
Maybe he just really wanted a nice hat.
Yeah, or a mug that says
Or a mug.
Nice hat.
Nice hat. Same hat.
Yeah, I mean, wow, what else is coming out? We've got a lot of figures that just dropped. We've got Batwoman from Batman Beyond.
Yep.
Just
Which
came out.
you just picked up recently to add to your collection
Yeah.
of your Terry McGinnis Batman Beyond.
I've got the duo. Just need me my Beyond age Batman. Would be
Yeah.
awesome.
The figure I'm really excited for is the Captain Carter stealth suit.
Yes, the What If figures are going strong. I mean, we had the full wave plus Sylvie, and then we got the Hydra Stomper, and now we're about to get the stealth suit, which can only
looks
entail
amazing.
more
And with
down the road.
season 2 being
Yeah.
confirmed now, which, let's be real, we knew it was
We
going to
are, yeah.
happen. What If was such an amazing series. If it didn't happen, people were going to riot.
Right, there were so many episodes where we'd get done watching, and I'd be like, why the fuck did they drop that on a cliffhanger? It's one episode.
I know. I really wish they could have done full, like, hour and a half length films
Right.
for each one.
I wanted more every time. And
Oh,
I'm so excited,
it-
even if they go into their own ideas.
Yeah, granted, I do love that it's a whole Marvel movie in 30 minutes.
Right.
It makes it really easy if you want to get something Marvel just real fast. You can quickly throw one of those on, watch it through, you're set for the day.
Right. I mean, they finally put Mark Ruffalo in the shoes of the Incredible Hulk. And
Yeah.
I adored it.
It was such a perfect idea.
It was.
Because Edward Norton, sure, he was great. Whatever. But seeing Mark Ruffalo in that scene with, like, Betty Ross and at the university and the pizza shirt,
place.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it was perfect.
I was so
And
excited.
I feel like we really needed to see that to really confirm that those events were canon
Were
and
in
not
the
just
MCU.
forgotten about.
Right. I totally agree. And they made it fit so well. And apparently there was a deleted scene in The Incredible Hulk where he, in Avengers when he's like, tried to put a bullet in my mouth and the big guy spat it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a deleted scene.
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk was he tried to put a bullet in his mouth and the Hulk spat it out. And it was a direct reference
To that
Yeah.
scene.
And they deleted
Oh.
that scene from The Incredible Hulk, so we had no idea that it was another connection.
That's so crazy. I didn't even realize that before. I know
Right.
I know the quote you're talking
Yeah.
about.
It's nuts.
Oh.
That scene was in the movie. I think it's on the deleted scenes on the DVD, but
I'll have to check that out. I'll have to find that.
I have my DVD somewhere.
Now, speaking of MCU, we got casting confirmation for Adam Warlock.
Yeah, the lad
William.
Yeah,
Well, oh my god. Why is my...
I met him in We're the Millers,
Yeah.
and that was incredible.
Meet the Miller. It was Meet the Millers,
Meet the
wasn't
Millers,
it? Yeah. That was a really funny movie.
That was it's one of my favorites. I had such a crush on Emma Roberts. It was insane.
I see where you're coming from for sure.
Yeah, and that he was so funny in that movie, and now he's grown into somewhat of an adult,
Yeah,
and he looks mature.
He is more mature. He still seems like a really young casting choice, though. I don't know how I feel about him physically looking so young. I feel like they were gonna cast someone older, a little more serious, chiseled, and built. Right. So
yeah, people are pegging Keanu for it. Like,
yeah, a lot of people wanted Keanu Reeves.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
I like it though because Adam Warlock is a really long-standing character through most of the stories in the Marvel universe, and I feel like those dramatic eyebrows that he has.
Oh yeah, they'll be
and
perfect.
Having his eyes being all white all the time, I think he'll be phenomenal.
I think it's gonna look great. I think
the gold skin.
Yeah, as long as the costume works well, I don't doubt his acting ability at all. I think he can nail the character. He's just gotta really like focus in, because he's got a lot going for him, but he's also got a lot going against him.
Yeah, but Mr. Gunn has never let us down. So
absolutely. So I'm not worried about it. I've got high hopes for him, and I trust that he's gonna nail the role.
Right.
Oh no! Just
like Spidey just nailed.
Speaking of new figures, our new dude just fell over. Peter Parker, No Way Home suit. Oh God! I just decapitated Gwen.
Who?
I just decapitated Gwen.
Oh.
We'll be right back after this brief message.
Brief technical difficulties.
Okay, we're back. Whew, that was a mess.
All that sorted. Computer started on fire and several kittens were stuck up a tree. It was not a fun time. We had to put on spandex real quick and save the city.
I had to call the Avengers, but it went to voicemail.
Did. We're on their C-list team. Like, if they really need someone who's expendable, they might think about us.
Yeah.
It's such an honor.
The C team. I mean, that's my grade average in school, so I mean, that works. That adds up.
Fair.
So, of course, we know, as we mentioned earlier, Tim Drake came out and asked out Bernard. We know he's gay or bi. I mean, given that he dated Stephanie, we assume bi, but we don't have solid confirmation on that.
Right.
We do know, however, John Kent, the son of Superman, has come out as bi.
Officially.
In an upcoming comic I don't know when that's coming out specifically, but that's super cool.
National Coming Out Day, October 11th.
Yeah, and I think that's such a great thing to do. Again, I love that they're taking these newer heroes.
Yeah, they're young. They're just getting into the spots where this is when they'd be discovering things. So it's really fitting.
Having a Superman that's out, that's a really big stepping point.
For some people, it means hope.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome. It's such a perfect fit for the character, and it's such a perfect fit for those of us on the LGBTQ spectrum in the fan base.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm just hoping. I'm really excited to see how they actually bring it up in the comics, because I don't know anything specifically. There's that photo that's been circulating around,
right?
That we see from the comic. So that's of course how we know it.
It's going to lead into.
We don't know. Yeah, exactly.
Where it's going to evolve to, or if it's just going to be a throwaway.
Yeah,
I don't know yet. But things we do know about the future and futures past is the Flash movie that's coming out.
Yep.
Urza is signed on for a trilogy, so we're getting more. It's not going to stop here. This one was the Flashpoint plotline.
Super
Michael
excited.
Keaton, Batman,
and Ben Affleck.
Batman.
I'm super excited for this movie.
Yeah, Superman's daughter, Supergirl.
Yep.
It's great. I mean, I'm super excited, and to know that there's going to be more of them is thrilling. I mean, everything about this one looks great.
Absolutely.
I'll always take more cosplay possibilities for Flash suits.
And I really love Ezra Miller's Flash. His interpretation of Barry Allen is so much fun, so lighthearted.
I hated him in the original Justice League.
Really?
Yeah, because I am such a Flash stan that movie fucked him up so bad. Once I saw the Snyder one,
He was
I
definitely
like,
more
this
fleshed
is-
out in the Snyder cut.
Yeah, like this is actually character development, not
Yeah.
just the throwaway character. And I loved him in that, so I'm really excited to see that character progress
Absolutely.
on the silver screen.
I don't think much has been said about the upcoming movies at all. If anything, they
No.
probably haven't been even written yet, and
It's
if they
been-
have been, they're in really early stages.
Right, it's been under wraps. I mean,
Yeah.
how Marvel knew about Sam becoming Captain America 2 years ago. Like this stuff,
We knew that was gonna happen.
mapped out. DC, I don't think flies that way.
We knew that was gonna happen.
right, but
I'm very happy
they
with
had
that
it
way.
mapped out in the like their
Right.
plans for them. Like they have the next 10 years mapped out.
Absolutely.
DC does not fly that way.
No, they kind of fly by the seat of their pants.
Yep, it works.
It does. I mean, it creates some really fun movies.
It's true. It's true. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where they go with that.
Absolutely.
Especially after the content that's been coming out recently with Titans on HBO Max. We've had some of the CW shows have been good. Stargirl, we talked about.
Yeah, I still gotta watch Stargirl. I gotta I gotta get caught up with a lot of the CW stuff. I've been falling behind.
Right. Me too.
Yeah, the past couple of years, you know.
Superman, Lois.
I'm not caught up right now.
Oh, me neither. But from what we've seen,
Yeah, I've enjoyed every
Really
second of
enjoyed
it
it.
so far.
and that's the newest content there is, and it's been the Suicide Squad. All of it's just been 10 out of 10s.
The Peacemaker trailer, the little teaser we got so
Yeah.
far, as well as, I don't know if you saw the 1-800 number.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, that you
sent me
call
that
and it.
post.
Yeah,
I didn't call it.
I did call it, and it is so funny.
Should we call it right now?
No, copyright issues probably up the wazoo,
I don't know. Calling a public phone number.
but it's really funny. I absolutely love it.
Huh. Oh yeah, I'll definitely give it a call. It looked really fun. I used to
Yeah.
love those. They had them for Harry Potter back in the day.
It's more fun to experience it for yourself. I think it's on James Gunn. James Gunn posted that one, or on Instagram, or was it on the
It might have been.
HBO?
It might have been the
Page.
HBO page. They do a lot of really good marketing. I love how interactive their content is.
Absolutely. It's just a fun number to call. It's literally like 30 seconds, maybe a minute long, but
I also love how John Cena is really just taken in the role.
oh, he's completely embraced
Like
it.
he's been waiting for this all his life type acting. It's great.
I've never
much
seen
he's
him have
worn the
more fun with the
costume.
role.
Yeah, he seems to really, really like the role, which makes me excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people being passionate about what we're passionate about is always a plus when they're influencing the media.
Absolutely.
It's great.
I think also by the time this episode comes out, DC Fandom is right around the corner. So we're going to have a
Yeah.
lot more news on that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to touch and go on that video and post it probably the same day. That probably won't even stick to our schedule. Huh?
No, that will probably be
Extra video.
extra. Yeah.
DC Fandom event.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they
We're
do.
participating then.
Mm-hmm.
Making it special for the event.
Absolutely.
Or my King Shark costume the whole time. No, that'd be so loud.
That'd be so funny,
The fan
though.
would be right here too.
Oh, oof. Okay, no, that would hurt my head, but
Me too.
maybe.
We'll think about it. We have
So
other costumes,
smart,
too.
me.
I'd be okay with wearing DC costumes for that.
Oh, for sure. But I'm excited to see everything that's going to be announced,
Me
and
too.
we're going to learn a lot more about these future projects from DC.
Yeah, all of them. Literally all of them. From the games to the comics to
Yeah.
the books to the movies to the shows.
Now,
All of it.
Marvel also is doing a lot more outside of just these books that we've
Mhm.
talked about. So we're getting, of course, they're actually bringing the Lego Avengers game, or not Lego Avengers, but the Lego Marvel
Yep.
superheroes, the first one,
Yeah.
to the Switch.
From
Finally.
2013.
Yes, and I loved that game. That was
It
one
was
of the
really fun.
first games I owned on the Xbox One, and I played so much of it.
I actually played it pretty recently for the first time.
Oh,
It was
it's
like
so great.
probably a year and a half ago, maybe 2.
I always loved the Lego games. They're always
yeah.
a total blast,
Me
but
too.
Lego Marvel Superheroes is one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. I was like, I need to play all of the Lego games, and
Yeah.
I did. So
There's
it was
just
a
so
good
much fan service in that one,
Mhm.
particularly that so much fun. And hearing Stan Lee throughout it.
Oh yeah, getting to rescue the Stans in that franchise is hilarious and amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you bonuses and stuff.
Yeah. As well as we are getting, so there's the Wastelanders series. We've got a lot of the Wastelanders podcasts so far. We got the Hawkeye one, the Star-Lord one, and then there's like oh my god, why is my brain blanking? Hawkeye, Star-Lord, Wolverine, I think there's a Black Widow. They're just doing a lot of them. I don't remember I think Black Widow's part of the Star-Lord one or the Hawkeye one.
Right. I don't think they all have their own titles.
It's confusing. There's a lot of them, and my brain gets them intertwined and mixed around, but they're getting comic books.
I've only listened to the Star-Lord one.
Yeah.
The comic books I'm beyond excited for.
And specifically this Hawkeye one, which I know you're going to be really hyped for because it brings back one of your favorite Marvel characters. Yeah. Not brings back, but...
I mean, yeah.
A new
portrays
version.
him in a new light. And now he's dressed as a Buddha, ready to teach people the way. Yeah, Matt Murdock is now Stick.
Yep, training a blind old man Hawkeye.
Which is so cool. I mean, what isn't fun about that? You know?
Yeah. And I believe, if I'm correct, the villain is Ringmaster.
Ah, I hadn't heard about the villain yet. That's interesting.
Yeah. And not one you really hear about. He's kind of a weird, like, C-lister, B-tier villain. Like, he's kind of funky, but I'm excited to see the portrayal of it in both the podcast format and reading the comics.
Yeah, I think it would be really cool to see a Wasteland Stillman.
Oh my god, I wonder how that would work.
I don't know, but I'm really curious.
That would be super cool. I would like to, oh my god, I don't even know how they do that.
No idea. Especially with Wasteland materials.
Speaking of comics, yes. Devil's Reign.
Yes.
Just around the corner.
On the cusp. I'm so excited.
This seems like such a huge event.
Yeah, and it's really funny because from what we've heard, it's basically just Shadowland, except bigger and more crime, and we don't know much about it, but from the previews, it's huge, and there's so many characters that we love. I mean, I hope it's not like the recent events, like the Frost Giants.
Oh, yes.
That was pretty lame. A lot happened during it, but it didn't feel like it was important.
I even felt like King in Black was a little disappointing. I was really excited for it, and I enjoyed what I read of it, but I just
didn't feel like it actually affected the main universe.
No, it just felt like it was a little interlude there, you know? Right. And then it just dropped out, and
nothing happened after that in the other runs that weren't Venom.
Yeah.
And the same goes for the Frost Giant one. And I just hope it doesn't take that route, because I want something important to come out of Matt Murdock in the lives of all of the Avengers.
With the Daredevil run coming to a close as well really soon, and picking up with Devil's Reign from what it seems, it's going to be unique not having it be outright just Daredevil.
Right.
And I think Ben Reilly is going to be a major proponent of this story from what it looks like.
So far it seems. I don't know if it's a plug to get people to want to buy his comics.
Yeah, to get more Spider-Man. Yeah.
But I appreciate it either way, and I'm so excited to see their interactions.
Absolutely.
I really hope they hold true to Ben's character in these coming comics.
Speaking of Spider-Man, issue 75 is out.
Yeah. I haven't read it yet.
Me neither,
I
and
need to hunt it down.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt finishing this story for me because I'm not quite ready.
No,
but I'm really excited for Ben too. I love Peter so much.
Right.
But Ben comes on top for me. But
Peter will probably come back.
Oh, he will, no doubt.
But yeah,
it's gonna be strange not reading about Peter for a little while.
It's true. I'm really excited. I really, really am scared that they're going to mess up Ben's character because it's happened before, but
yeah,
I am really optimistic that they just follow the continuity of the character.
For sure.
It's really complex.
There's a lot of layers to it.
It really
and it's been spanning decades now.
Right.
Since the original Clone Saga in the 70s. There's been a lot of shit.
I'm really hoping they can expand on what happened in his recent run, Scarlet Spider.
For sure.
I just want it to pick up from there. Just get it going good.
Get it going good.
Recognize Spider-Geddon when he got his new body. That'd be sick too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I am excited for what is coming out.
Yeah.
Soon. And we'll get Eternals in a month and Spider-Man in 2 months.
That's right. We're getting, oh my God, 2 new MCU movies so close together. And we just got Venom, Let There Be Carnage. You haven't seen it yet. I have.
What day is it today?
It's the 12th.
Is it like Tuesday, Wednesday?
It's now Wednesday.
So
as of 7 minutes
Tuesday,
ago.
I will be seeing it in Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days.
It was incredible. And I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm not going to spoil a thing for you. I don't want to say a thing. I already know you've heard a little bit. I honestly liked it more than the first movie.
And the only thing I've heard from it is from a critic that said it was far too gay for them, and I'm very excited.
That's how you know it's going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, if you've read the comics,
their relationship in this movie
fuck.
is very accurate to the comics, in my opinion.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. That's what I'm excited for.
It's so good.
Yeah, I've been publicly defending the first movie for so long. I'm excited to see a payoff, especially with Woody Harrelson being one of like the best actors
my God,
of
yes.
recent years.
He nailed the role of Cletus.
That's good to hear. My prediction when they first did that.
It's amazing how young he looks in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Good to know. I mean, my first prediction was he's not going to be a good Cletus, but he's going to be a great Carnage, and that's all I needed. So I'm glad to hear he's going to be a good Cletus.
Yeah. I think Cletus is actually where it really shines. They did a good job with Carnage still, but like their dynamic is still separate enough where they're both super interesting.
Ooh. That's something a little new. I mean, in most other portrayals, they kind of become each other. Right out the gate.
It's interesting, but I like it.
I have nothing but optimism. I love symbiote suits, and I'm really sad.
I know you do. I absolutely know.
My emo suit is not going to be coming until November.
To those of you who are audio listeners, we're doing the Spider-Man 3 Maguire dance when he's Bully Maguire in the chairs, just very subtly.
I disagree. I think he's lying to you.
Just go check this out on YouTube next. Yo, I rest my case.
Where's the gavel? That was a gavel, I promise, if you're an audio listener.
That was his hand. Speaking of movies coming out, Dune.
Mm-hmm.
I love the book. Frank Herbert is awesome.
Yes.
I had to read the book a year ago for a class project.
Nice.
And I loved it. I fell in love with it so much. And I'm so excited to see this movie come out.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac, Timothy I can never say his name.
C. Hamlet.
C. Hamlet.
Dave Bautista. Jason Momoa.
It's gonna be an all-star. Zendaya. It's an
Skarsgård. What's his first name?
Bill?
Bill Skarsgård.
I
the
think
guy
so.
Who's from Thor.
I think so.
Yeah, he's in it.
I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it. I'm seeing that.
Dast. Polka Dot Man.
Yes.
It's gonna be amazing, and it's gonna be nice to have that be the Dune movie rather than the
old one. And then there was that like mini series for a while, like the that like was the sequel and like the third book combined into like one little thing. That starred James McAvoy.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen it.
It wasn't terrible.
Either way,
I actually enjoyed it.
Looks incredible.
Yes. I'm excited to go see it, and I'm gonna wait a little bit before I do any kind of review on it, but by the end of the month we'll probably have something on it.
The only thing I know for certain is I'll be wearing my sandworm socks from Beetlejuice.
Different sandworm, but that works.
Sandworms, you hate them, right? I know. I hate them. Like, it's just perfect.
Absolutely. Maybe Beetlejuice is
where the full get up.
Oh my god. But yeah, I'm excited to see like how they interpret the House of Atreides on screen.
Yeah. It's insane how little we know about it. We've seen one shot with a sandworm. We've seen like a airbase hangar, and the rest has like all been outside. So
it's exciting.
We don't know a lot about this movie, and I'm very happy.
Yeah.
And it's coming out so soon.
Okay. Is there any other movie upcoming in the next year or two you're excited for? Something else.
Oh, for sure.
Just while we're on the topic of this.
Yeah, I mean, I think the movie I'm most excited for out of any movie is for sure Multiverse of Madness. That with what they've been pumping out lately, I just get more and more excited for it every day.
Have you seen any of the leaks?
I saw a certain leak.
Before you say anything, we're going to put a little spoiler warning here. Skip ahead just a little bit.
This has not been confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt, but there's a possibility it's true. So, also, be advised.
Yes.
It was the end credits for Multiverse of Madness, and some of the credits listed some of the characters portrayed in Marvel's What If. And one of those being the good doctor and not good doctor.
Yes.
Mr. Doctor Strange, that was one of the Guardians of the Multiverse, which is really cool to think about.
That's going to be really cool to see that come to fruition through the live action MCU. Yeah. I was thinking of a different appearance, though. We're getting Charles Xavier.
Ah, yes.
We've seen some sketches, some ideas of what they want to incorporate in the movie, some just little, what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, concept
art. Yeah. And I'm excited to see who they're going to get to portray that.
Yeah.
If they're going to reach out to, I believe they've reached out to Sir Patrick.
Yep.
He turned it down from what it sounds like, but that's what they all say.
Right.
And McAvoy says that he hasn't been reached out to at all either. But sounds again, that's what they all say.
Right. I saw a joke across my feed yesterday.
Unless your name is James Gunn.
Right. I saw a joke on my feed yesterday that was Tom Holland denies any appearance of himself in No Way Home. And it made me laugh so incredibly hard. I needed a moment just to recoup.
See, I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that at all.
No, I'm not in the movie, guys. Oh, wait.
Wait a minute. This is my movie. Oh my god.
This is Thunder Lock and Key. He's been doing good this movie. We gotta give him props.
Yes.
He knew this was the one not to spoil, and he's
been doing a good job so far.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for...
All of the other actors are so sus.
I'm waiting for that one screw up, though.
The amount of times each of them have said, I'm not trying to ruin it for anybody. Or, I just don't want to spoil it either way. Or, if I said something like that, I can't say something like that. And it's like...
Andrew's just so sus.
All of them are just being so suspicious.
I'm excited,
Even
dude.
Charlie, I don't know if he just doesn't know how to do interviews, or if he
really has to hide this.
Yeah, I just really hope. Either way, I adore him.
I mean, there's all the rumors about him coming for the Echo series.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the cast coming back for the Echo series.
Vincent D'Onofrio has been liking tweets for the last 2 months.
Yeah,
of people tweeting about his appearances being in the.
And there's all these rumors about a soft reboot of Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping it's sooner than Echo because I have no idea when Echo's coming out.
I think it's 2022 or 2023.
Right.
So the next year or two.
I mean, like, even like She-Hulk would be a really good.
She-Hulk would be a great place to put that in, or at the very least, I would love to see Jessica Jones or Howard the Duck make appearances.
That would be incredible.
I feel like Howard the Duck would actually kind of be fitting for that.
Yeah, and he'd definitely need to go to court for some reason or another.
Oh yeah.
Once you go duck, you know.
When you're out of luck, always go duck. That's what it was.
That makes a lot more sense.
I don't think anyone says that.
I'm not paid to write the jokes.
We're not paid at all.
Actually. Yeah.
Unless you want to pay us over at Patreon, or just check out the audio there for free.
Yeah.
But paying us would be nice.
Yeah, I mean...
It would give us money to do more of what we want to do.
Also, the figures you get to look at behind us, they usually make my wallet cry.
Yes. And we don't want him...
Stop that crying.
And we don't want him to cry either. He cries about it every day. Look at him.
These figures are so beautiful.
It's okay. It's okay.
It is okay. But yeah, anyways.
Final bit of news, and this is one that I was not expecting, and because it was the last announcement for this, it did definitely make me cry, and it was a character that I hold very dear to my heart because I grew up with this series. Sora was announced for the final character in Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I get that a lot of people are upset because it's another character with a sword, but I feel like Sora makes a lot of sense. And it's a new IP that's not in the game before, one that we didn't expect to get because Disney.
Right. Disney's
got their hand in that, and that's kind of hard to figure out. Granted, Nintendo's been working with Disney since like early days. They were like one of the first few companies to license out there like their IPs to. Like they made cards with Disney characters on them back in like the early 1900s. Back when Nintendo was a playing card company.
Yeah, I know they did the DS games for Power Rangers when it hit Dino Thunder and SPD, which were the first Disney series.
So I'm not surprised entirely, but it's super cool to see Sora in Smash Bros. It felt like it needed to be done with other heavy hitters like Banjo-Kazooie being added in there.
Right.
And I'm very happy it happened finally.
Yeah, we're getting one of the biggest flagship characters for our country.
And I don't get why people are upset about it. I get there were other characters people wanted, but I think they made some great choices. Yeah.
It's incredible how people want to be
but
mad.
It is sad that this is the final announced new character. This is the final like big announcement for this game that might be the last one for a while.
Right.
On top of the Sora though, and this shocked a lot of people, there's Mii costumes. They're like 75 cents a piece. We got Doom Guy.
Yeah.
And so we can finally see Doom Guy and Isabelle kicking ass together in canon Smash Bros. Fashion.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo nerds are gonna have much better playing what's the word I'm looking for? Experiences.
Yeah. I just think it's so funny that they've added the Doom Guy into Smash Bros. In some capacity. I knew that they weren't gonna fully add Doom Guy. That would be so brutal and aggressive.
Another character.
But this costume, I mean, it's under $1 for the costume.
Right.
It's just a fun addition.
Yeah, and it doesn't give you any special stats. It's
just a costume for the Mii fighter that you can.
So it's not pay to play.
It's all costumes and cosmetics in that front.
Yeah,
and it's just nice.
I love me some good cosmetics.
Absolutely, and when they're that cheap, it's pocket change.
You can buy a soda.
Yeah, you couldn't even buy a soda with that. Yeah. Well, I guess from a fountain.
From my work.
From your work, I guess so.
50 cents a can.
Really? Oh, that's actually not a bad deal.
Yeah, flip it in like a Michael Jackson in Smooth Criminal.
I was gonna say pull a Harvey Dent, but that works too.
I make my own luck.
But yeah, I think for the most part, that's the news we got. Yeah,
that's incredible. What a eventful week.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's been longer than a week. I've been away for a while, and we haven't been able to record an episode. We had to record 2 episodes within a week
and some change.
And yeah.
But
so
still,
it's been a while since we've been able to record, so it feels good that we've got caught up on all the news and got to talk about some really cool superheroes for a while.
Yeah, I wonder what the next couple weeks are gonna hold in store. I mean, we have so much stuff coming out in literally just days.
Once Fandom hits, we got a lot to talk about then.
Yeah.
I've been called.
Was that your name? I thought it was just, hey.
I've been called.
Are you serious? What are you doing?
Hey, thanks for watching.
Feel free to join us next time on
The Hero Couch. Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. That helps us out a lot. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you ever want to watch us on the go, hit our Patreon. Follow us there. You can listen to our audio version of our podcast for free. And then there's also tiers if you want some behind-the-scene content. We've got some fun stuff. You get to see a little glimpse into us for just a short portion of money. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.